Hey guys, we're gonna go through it and get the notes for the ones you got in class today. It's the slope intercept form, which we've talked about, and then the new point slope form. And it's just a new form of a line. It's a new form. It's a different way you can write the equation of a line. We're gonna go through that and show you that. You're gonna have the equation on the board. I'll make sure I write it on the board for you in class. So it's not something you're gonna have to memorize, but you're gonna be able to see it and get familiar with it. Okay, so here we go. This is review real quick. Tells us to graph the line if it gives you a point in the slope. So it gave us the point 3 comma negative 2. The slope is 3, so that's the same as 3 over 1. Plot the point, so you go back 3. That's 1, 2, 3. Down 2, 1, 2. So there's your first point. And then the slope is 3 over 1, so that's up 3. That's to the right 1. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3 over 1. There's a point. 1, 2, 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. You can do that, or you can go down 3. 1, 2, 3, back 1. 1, 2, 3, back 1. Okay, so you have your line. Again, make sure your line has arrows. The line goes forever in both directions. Okay. Write the equation line in slope-intercept form. Again, slope-intercept is y equals mx plus b. B is the y-intercept, m is the slope. So your y-intercept, that's where it crosses the y-axis over here. That's right there at that point, which is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Your slope was 3, so it's y equals 3x plus y-intercept was 7. That was a little bit of review. Okay. Now we're going to write it in point slope form. And you can see right there it says the steps for writing an equation given a point and a slope. You plug the x, y, and m values into the form, and then you use the point and the slope and you plug those values in. So it says solve the equation. Let's just look at number 1 here. Look at number 1. Write the equation in point slope form of the line that passes through, and it gives you the point and it gives you the slope. All right, we can write the equation, and the equation for point slope is given to you right here. Start. It gives it to you. So let's rewrite that. Let's rewrite that in our problem. We got y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, there's the form. That's the form of the line. You're going to use that form. It's the same. It's similar to y equals mx plus b. That's just the form. In this form, the numbers that you're going to plug in are for y1, the slope, and x1. And where those numbers come from it depends on what the given information is. So to write this in this problem, to write this in point slope form, we just need the point and the slope. So this is on this one, we're going to say y minus our y1 value comes from our point. Here's the point that's given to us right here. That's x1 and that's y1. So the y1 value is 6, so that's y minus 6 equals the slope that's given to me is right here. It's negative 5, so that equals negative 5 parentheses x minus, our x1 value is over here. It's negative 2, minus negative 2. Okay, so we plugged the numbers in, and notice the y value, that just stays y. The x value, that just stays x. Just like in y equals mx plus b, the y and the x, they stay the same, and we plug in the slope and the intercept in that form. In this form, the y and the x stay, and we plug in the numbers in for the points and the coordinate of the point and the slope. We can simplify this. Okay, we can simplify this. We can say, okay, y minus 6, that stays the same, equals negative 5 times x minus negative 2. That becomes x plus 2. So that would just be x plus 2. There's the equation of that line in point-slope form. All right, number 2, use your equation from what we just did and use that to get into slope-intercept form. So I'm going to rewrite it. We got y minus 6 equals negative 5 times x plus 2. When we get done, we want it to look like y equals mx plus b. We want y by itself, basically. So let's do that. Given this equation, given this equation right here, the first thing that I want to do is distribute. So I'm going to distribute out. So that would be y minus 6 equals negative 5x. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. Negative 5 times 2 would be minus 10. Okay? Plus 6 plus 6. So we got y equals, this is what we want. We got y by itself. It's going to look like this. Y equals negative 5x. Negative 10 plus 6 would be minus 4. There's the equation of that line in slope-intercept. So we can use the different forms of the line to get the other form. So, and you can tell right there, it gave us we found point-slope form, and we got y equals mx plus b. We got slope-intercept form. Okay, just make sure you get those notes. You can go back and look. We're going to talk about this in class too. The next page of the notes, just examples. Number 3, write the equation in point-slope form, the line that passes through in the point and the slope. It gives us the point slope. So again, the equation, and this will be on the board, is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. There's a form. So now, our point is negative 679. That's x1. That's y1. So let's plug those numbers in. We got y minus negative 9, because that was my y1 over there, equals, our slope is 1/3, so that's 1/3, times x minus our x1 is negative 6 minus 6. Okay, we can make this y plus 9 equals 1/3 times x plus 6. There we go. That's the equation of that line in point-slope form. It's called point-slope because you have a point and a slope, and you just use that information and plug it into that formula, to that, it's basically an outline. You just plug those numbers in. Okay, using that equation, write it in slope-intercept. So again, when we get done with this thing, we want it to be y equals mx plus b. That's just an x. All right, we started off with y plus 9 equals 1/3 x plus 6. Distribute out. We distribute out, that's 1/3 x plus 1/3 times 6 is 2 equals y plus 9. Okay, minus 9, minus 9. So now we got y equals 1/3 x, negative 2 minus 9, that would be minus 7. There's the equation of that line in slope-intercept form. Okay, now it gave us the equation and says, what is the point and what is the slope? So if you look at the equation, again, it helps you rewrite it. And the equation, this will be on the board. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. It's just the equation. I'll have that on the board. I'll write that on the board. It'll be on the board. You can see it. And so here we go. Y minus y1. Oops. So looking at this, what we just wrote, compared to what they gave us, you can see that y1 is 3, so the y value would be 3. the x value, it says x plus 2. Well, the equation is x minus x1. And that's plus 2. So really, this x1 is a negative 2. So really, this is a negative 2. Because x minus negative 2 would be x plus 2, which is what was given to us. All right, and then the slope, that's that number right there in front of the parentheses, that is 4. So your slope is 4, your point is negative 2, 3. Last one, find the x and y intercepts. Okay, x-intercept. This is on the board. Again, if you get x-intercept, you write this right now on your paper. X, comma, 0. Some number and 0. Y-intercept. Write this on there. You know it's 0, comma, y. Some y value. Use that information. Okay. All you got to do is plug to solve for the x-intercept. So we're looking right here first. To solve for the x-intercept, I'm going to take 0 and I'm going to plug it in for y. Because I know that the y value is 0. So let's write that. 0 minus 3 equals 4 times x plus 2. Distribute out. Boom, boom. That becomes 4x plus 8 equals 0 minus 3. 0 is 0, so you got negative 3 equals 4x plus 8. We're trying to solve for x. We want to know what that x value. We don't want to know what that x value is. So let's get x on the same side. So let's minus 8. Minus 8. So your 8s would cancel. Negative 3 minus 8. That'd be negative 11 equals 4x. Divide both sides by 4. 4's would cancel. X would equal negative 11 over 4. So your x-intercept as a point would be negative 11 over 4, comma, 0. All right, the y-intercept, you do the same thing, but now you plug 0 in for x. So you got y minus 3 equals 4 times, we're plugging 0 in for x, so 0 plus 2. Distribute. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 2 is 8. Equals y minus 3. We're trying to solve for y, so get it by itself. So we need to add 3 to both sides. So your 3's would cancel. You got y equals 0 plus 8 is 8, plus 3 is 11. So that would be the point 0, 11. Okay, those are the notes. We'll talk about them tomorrow. Hope you guys have a great evening.